All right, this is Stay Calm Cursory, and we are back with another episode. I'm on a roll, huh? Let's see here. This game is called Don't Open Your Eyes, and it is a free game on itch.io. I've got the main page set up here, and there's also going to be a link to the game in the description as well. Apparently the premise is you are trying to fall asleep. In the midst of a silent night, a shadowy being approaches your bed. You can't see it, but across the darkness of your eyelids, a silhouette forms nonetheless. It seeks one thing, for you to open your eyes and tell them how they look. Will you comply, or will you refuse to see them for what they are? The choice is yours. So it's apparently a short, horror-themed visual novel about a midnight encounter with a mysterious being. It's got multiple choices, multiple endings, and it's about 30 minutes to an hour, so hey, we are in business. All right. Oh, by the way, before we get started, so I went ahead and I think I found a suitable charity. The one I'm looking at is the Best Friends Animal Society. Now, here's the thing. I didn't find anything outwardly wrong with it because I actually had a larger list starting out, but then you kind of you always Google, is such and such charity a scam? And, some people have interesting things to say about some charities. So honestly, I'm only picking Best Friends Animal Society just because I haven't found anything outwardly wrong with it. If you guys have any personal experience with it, or you know something I don't, please do leave a comment. I'm going to make that donation here, I think, within the next week. That'll give me time to get some answers if anybody knows anything. Alright, so just a little update there. Let me check options real quick. Everything looks fine to me. Okay, well in that case, here we go. It's getting late. My eyelids have begun to feel heavy. I better go to sleep. I leave aside the book I'd been reading and look out my window. The process of falling asleep is always a struggle against noise. Barking dogs, police sirens, or even my own intrusive thoughts. But not even the turning gears of my brain are producing much sound. Tonight is just oddly quiet. Quiet. Too quiet. I feel restless. My sight veers towards the hallway outside my door. Who sleeps with their door open like that? Even if it's just you, it doesn't matter. The distance between my room and the opposite wall is only 10 steps along. I'd know since I've made a habit of counting them whenever I go out. 1, 2, 3, absent-mindedly, but always. I don't know why. Maybe I just like being aware of my surroundings to the smallest details. But tonight is different. The hallway looks like it stretches into nothingness, like the throat of a gargantuan beast. Logical thinking cries that it's just my imagination. There can't be anything wrong or different about it. It's just a hallway. But I don't want to look at it, so I take a deep breath and close my eyes. In my room, there's a bed. In my room, there's a wardrobe. In my room, there's pictures framed on the wall. My room is a part of myself. It's a world I know like the back of my hand. Were someone to blindfold me and ask me to find my way around, I'd do so without the slightest difficulty. As long as nothing changes, having my eyes closed makes no difference. In this room, I can always find what I want to find. Because in this room, I know how everything looks. I need to wake up early tomorrow. I should really try to sleep. What's that sound? Are those footsteps? No, that's impossible. It must be my imagination. But it's getting closer. And closer. And closer. And closer. They are gone. Right. There's no way someone could be there.
Hey. Open your eyes.
Do I open my eyes? No. Oh, sorry. I don't open my eyes.
Open your eyes.
Not today, Slender Man.
Look at me.
I do my best to ignore the voice.
Why won't you look at me? Where are your manners?
Freaking broke into my home?
If a stranger asks for help, is it right to ignore them? Is that how it is?
I can feel someone breathing over my ear. It's cold.
I will share a secret with you. I have never seen myself before. I don't know if my face is ugly. I don't know the color of my skin.
Oh, well, color doesn't matter.
I don't know if I'm even here. That is why I need you to open your eyes.
I got a mirror in the bathroom. Help yourself and leave.
So you can tell me how I look. But I'm also shy. So I might hide the moment you do. You won't find me anywhere. And soon, you will forget. Like a faded dream. I know you're not asleep. You listen with those tiny ears of yours.
Tiny?
They look so fragile. Like I could almost grab them.
I don't like where this is going. I feel something caress my ear.
Put my fingers around them. And tear them off. If I do, will you scream? Will I hear your voice?
Yeah.
It was a joke. I'm joking. Don't be scared. Hey, how do you think my eyes look when our gazes finally meet? What will you find? Answer me.
What do their eyes look like? They look broken, they look empty, they look lost. Ah, so I heard you can kind of customize your own monster. I sort of want to make something that might not kill me in the end. Let's try lost. I mean, he's pretty lost, right? I mean, he's here.
They look lost.
Oh, shoot. I should have picked something else.
Maybe so.
Oh.
I am never sure of where I am. My days consist of wandering about aimlessly, searching for something.
I just flashed back to that old, Magic School Bus game where you used to be able to customize your driver's license. I swear there's an option that looks just like that, those eyes. Weird flashback. Okay.
I worry that if I'm not paying attention, what I'm searching for will slip away. The thought terrifies me. It terrifies me so much. So I always keep my eyes peeled, even if there's nothing to see. That way, nothing will slip away, no matter where it goes, and no matter where it hides, no matter how terrifying the world might be, no matter the countless terrible things I witnessed by mistake in the process, no matter what, I will never blink.
Wonder who they got to do the voice.
Never be confused by the worlds around me.
Sounds familiar, but then again, all whisper voices sound familiar.
I will forever be lost.
Okay, so that was a unique bit of, it must have been a unique answer that depended on our answer. So he would have said something different if I had picked something different, I assumed. Because that brings it right back to the lost. Oh well, interesting.
What is that something that I'm searching for? It's been so long since my wandering began. I can no longer recall the feelings that drove me to it. What is it? Is it something I can hold? Is it a being of flesh and bones? Is it nearby?
I don't know.
Is it you?
No.
Hey, have you ever looked so fervently for something that you end up losing yourself in the process?
Yeah.
Have you?
I think most of us have, since we grew up. I remain silent.
These eyes. Are these my eyes?
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine.
A good answer. Yet there is only one way to know the truth. Open your eyes.
Nah. No.
So you won't look at me, even though your eyes are so pretty. I can't see them, but I can imagine them behind their veil of flesh, round like pearls, and shiny like jewels. So pretty.
That breath of cold air caresses my eyelashes.
It's fine. We still have time. The night is still and silent.
Pretty much horror ASMR, right?
People are good at closing their doors. Do you know what a door is?
I got some idea.
Of course you know.
Should have shut mine, that's for sure.
You have one. Right there, at the verge of your little world. A door is a barrier to keep the bad out. The bad can be anything. A bad person, a bad smell, and sometimes me.
This guy's funny.
I can't open doors.
You see, I should have shut the freaking door.
I find them tricky.
Ugh.
Should I push or pull? Should I turn the knob left or right? Should I try to take it off its hinges?
If you want to think outside the box.
Should I chip away at it, hoping it will fall apart? And what happens when it opens? Do I close it behind me? Do I keep it open? But that might be rude to the person who had it closed. But then, how do I get out? And what happens? If the wind pushes it close, what then? So many options. So many things that could go wrong. Whenever I stand in front of a closed door, it paralyzes me. I stare at it for a long time and think of my excuses, because that's all they are. What bothers me the most about closed doors is the idea they exist to keep me out. It fills me with the need to go in. So I search for a crevice or a window, anything that might be open, anything that might let me in. I'm not good with doors,
I gathered.
but as long as there's a place where I can fit, then I can go in anywhere. Every night, I hop across the shadows of the streets. I'm careful so as to not be caught by the light. In my eternal search, I pick a place where to rest. I slip in and spend the night wherever is comfortable, without alerting anyone. Usually it's a cellar, an attic, anywhere with dust, with dirt. I feel at home there. But sometimes, just sometimes, an urge swells inside of me, the urge to be seen. So I search hard for a door that's open, for an entryway covered in darkness, and for someone to be at the other end, awake.
It's like we won the lottery.
As if expecting me. But you won't look at me, even though you had your door open for visitors. Why is that?
I gotta get up early tomorrow, you know?
Afraid? Do I scare you? No, that can't be it. We have been chatting for so long. You haven't chased me out. That means you welcome me. So I'm certain that if I were to reach out my hand,
Something moves over my bed sheets.
you would reciprocate and grasp it. I'm sure your hands are warm. So very warm. Because people are always warm. Hey, how do my hands look when my warmth finally meets yours? How will it feel? Answer me.
Okay, so I guess we get to design his hands now. Right now they're just kind of noodles, which I'm fine with. Let's keep them noodles. They look tired, they look deceitful, they look incomplete. I'm kind of thinking if I make him look scary, he's more likely to kill me at the end of the night. Because this is all going to end at some point, right? Once he's fully created. Okay, I don't want to do deceitful because that means he's just planning to kill me, right? And the whole thing was just an act. They look tired. Never seen tired-looking hands. Look incomplete. Okay, let's try tired. I'm really thinking incomplete, though. I mean, he doesn't even know how he looks. All right, you know what? Let's go incomplete. I'm agonizing over these.
They look incomplete.
Eek.
That may be so. Amidst my travels, I have lost more than I can imagine. I have left people behind. People who were my chat companions. Just like you are now. So it's no wonder that by leaving them behind, I will leave parts of me as well. Things such as skin, or flesh, or bones, or anything that makes me, as farewell gifts, you could say. It sounds like an excuse, and that's because it is. Because I am careless and overly curious. I can't help but wonder how everything feels to the touch, like the crust of a tree, or the surface of a frozen lake. But sometimes I find something else, like a building engulfed in a raging fire. I think of the screams in the distance, or the suffering and death and charred skin, and wonder, how does that feel? So I put my hands to the fire. It hurts, but I tolerate it, and keep them there, for long enough that the uncomfortable feeling dissipates, and the smell of charred skin starts protruding from my own, and when I take them out, the feeling persists, that horrible but intoxicating feeling. I seek such extreme sensations. The edge of a knife sometimes provides it. Other times, the fangs of a beast. Most times, however, it's by mere accident. I would place my fingers over a benign surface, only to discover it's covered in spikes. And I would leave my hands there as I traverse along it, leaving parts of my body as a farewell gift. In that sense, it's not so different from what I was saying before. The fire and the blades are friends. They have granted me times of great fun, so it's only polite to leave something of yours as a sign of thanks. But there's one thing I've always loathed from these encounters. They're always painful. I'd rather they weren't. Hey, have you ever placed yourself in harm's way, only to feel a satisfaction you've realized is not yours? Have you?
No. I remain silent. Yeah, good for me.
These hands, are these my hands?
Yeah.
A good answer. Yet, there is only one way to know the truth.
I'm not looking.
Open your eyes.
No.
So you won't look at me,
No.
even though my hands could be the same as yours.
They're not.
Think about it. Maybe you and I are similar. No, I know we are. I can feel it in my skin. Oh. Can you hear it? My skin is pulsating. It has been long since this happened. It's a sign of my innermost emotions flowing out. I wander the world, wanting to be seen. I'll be satisfied as long as someone tells me how I look. But it's not like anyone will do. If it did, then it would be oh so easy. Since I could show myself to everyone at once, every living person in this land, and ask them all the same question, someone will answer. There's no doubt about it. But it might not be the answer I wish for. Since I don't want to be judged, I don't want to be perceived as something I'm not. It scares me. That is why, when someone is on the verge of looking at me, I shy away. I hide, fading into the dark. But you might be different. If it's you, it might be possible to stand still, if only for a second. That way you can help me, and we can both be fulfilled. Just thinking about it, it makes me feel something. I cannot describe it. I am not good with words. There was a person in my past who taught me to speak like a person. They were not good at it either. And thinking back on it, they certainly didn't enjoy it. To teach a wordless being how to talk must be a challenge. Yet, they did.
And yet they never saw you?
Simply because they could. It is weird to remember, because it makes me think of why I want to be seen, and I am not. Sure, I don't care much for my appearance. I don't want to be judged. But if that were it, I could easily stay out of sight. So why is it? Why do I want someone to recognize me so much? Maybe it's only because I can. Because everyone gets to be recognized. But me. But I will. Soon. Once you open your eyes. There it is again. Just thinking about the moment you unveil your sight onto me. And you finally take those bed sheets off your body.
When was that part of the agreement?
And you inspect every crevice of mine. And you finally open those tight lips of yours to let me hear what I am. And to maybe even give me a name. It makes me feel, but I don't know what. Surely it would be evident if you were to look at my face Hey, what does my expression look like?
Droopy.
When that veil of uncertainty finally disappears, what will we convey to each other? Answer me.
Okay, what does their expression look like? I'm wondering if this game was translated because there's been a few grammatical errors. Okay, it's a cheerful smile, it's a surprised grimace, it's an emotionless stare. Well, he's not emotionless, he's very anxious, which is hilarious. It's a surprised grimace. He doesn't seem like the smiling type. But I feel kind of bad making him grimace. This shouldn't be so hard for me to choose. The smile just doesn't fit though. He hasn't said a single thing that, would make me think that he's a smiler. Alright, surprised grimace. That seems to fit so far.
Surprised grimace.
Yep. I wouldn't call that a grimace.
Maybe so. Tonight is the first I hear about my eyes. Or my hands.
I wonder if this has any inspiration from that very old YouTube short, Faceless Neil. Because that mouth, I'm pretty sure I saw something very similar to that mouth in Faceless Neil.
And the new and unexpected is always a source of surprise. People always act surprised when I show myself before them. So it makes sense that my appearance would surprise me as well.
That really isn't a grimace, though. I should have saved before I did that. Oh well, I'll save now. What's done is oh, history. Maybe not. Maybe we should try the smile. Because that ain't a grimace. I don't know. No, doesn't look like I can. Oh well, we'll go with it. Hopefully that doesn't kill me.
At times, they stop moving, merely looking at me in awe. At others, they scream and run and exhaust themselves to the point they can't think. Others, they don't feel much at all. They sit and stay and attempt to talk. I don't like when they do that. It's like they are not seeing me. Not. I much prefer when they freeze. I much prefer when they scream. A reaction is what I want. It's a sign that I am there, and that my existence means something to them. That's why I like you. You did not scream, yet you did not run either. You were surprised and averted your eyes, but instead, you stayed, listening, acknowledging you are the first to do this for me. You are new and unexpected, yet how odd. Is this really surprise? No. You say it is, so it must be true. But what I'm feeling right now, what I'm experiencing, it's not the same as those who've seen me. As if their surprise was something different from mine. Hey, have you ever acted surprised? Not because you are, but because you believe that's how you must feel.
Oh yeah.
Have you?
I remain silent.
This expression, is this my expression?
I don't know if it fits as well, but I mean, I chose it, so we'll go with it.
I see. Thank you. You have truly helped me tonight. These are
Oops, sorry.
are my hands. And this is my expression. I consider these my most treasured features.
I'm so sorry for going with this combination.
And you have helped me picture them all. No one has done this for me. I feel a connection with you, one born out of honest gratitude. But there's one step left. You need to make sure of the truth.
Here it comes.
It is the only way to finally understand each other. So please, I beg of you, open your eyes.
Do I open my eyes? He's gonna kill me. I mean, of course he's gonna kill me, right? This whole thing was just to get me to open up my eyes, because, I don't know, he can't kill me till I do. But it sounds like we're at the end of the combination. I mean, I can't really give him any more features. Then again, maybe if I don't look, he'll get so mad he does kill me, you know, as kind of a twist. I don't know. Unless there's another feature that's coming after this that I'd be bypassing by opening up my eyes now. Oh well, I made a save, so worst case we reload, but I always try to do these, you know, multiple branching paths as if I were trying to survive in real life. Want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he's probably just playing us. Oh well, here we go. I open my eyes. There's nothing there. There's gonna be a jump scare. I know it. I know it. Oh, well, okay. He didn't kill us. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and see if I hadn't done that.
Sense that my is this.
Yeah, sure.
See.
Do I open my eyes? No, you're just gonna kick me to the menu.
No. I see. I understand. No, it's fine. You have still helped me by answering my questions. No one has done that for me before. So I have no right to ask for anything else. No, that is a lie.
Uh-oh.
Ever since I stepped into this room, you have refused to engage with me. Not even once. Not even once, not even once, not even once, not even once, not even once. Not even once. Did you open your eyes? Not even once. Did you look at my face? You stayed there, acting as if you were asleep, feigning ignorance and not moving an inch. At times making me believe that our conversation was just in my head. You haven't opened your mouth, but you didn't need to. I can hear far, far beyond what most others can, and I can see further than what others would consider the dark, empty bottom. That's why I know that I wasn't wrong. You are, like me. We are the same. You too. Look for what's not there. You too. Reach out for what might hurt you. And you too are a liar. The type that shows one thing and feels another. But you made a mistake. I know you're lying, because every answer you've given me so far has been wrong. I am not what you said I am. These eyes, these hands, this expression. They aren't mine. Maybe they are yours, but I do not care. Not anymore. Open your eyes.
I'm gonna save. I called it though, didn't I? He was gonna get pretty pissed if we didn't look at him. Okay. No options, huh?
I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want to be perceived for something I'm not. And that's all you did. So now, you will open your eyes and see me for what I truly am. You said so, remember? That in this room, you know how everything looks. It was those words that brought me here.
Okay, so he's telepathic. I guess that explains how he got our answers without us ever moving or talking.
So you have to do right by that which you claimed.
It's got you there.
It is time. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Open your eyes? Do I open my eyes? He didn't kill us the last time we did. So, at worst, we'll just get another menu screen, right?
You had your chance. It's not up to you anymore. You won't open your eyes. I will.
Something coils around my head. The pressure on my skull is unbearable. I hear something shatter.
Your eyes are as beautiful as I imagined. Tell me, my new friend, what do you see?
I want to answer, but they've grabbed onto my head and won't let me talk. But what I see is... I close my eyes.
That won't do. Open your eyes. Open them. Open them now. Open, open, open. Open, open, open. Open, open, open. Oh no. It seems I did it again. You can't see anymore, right? You can't talk anymore, right? You can't think anymore, right?
Yeah, spot on.
Then this is farewell. Thank you for trying, friend. Even though you are a liar, I leave this piece of myself here with you. I must go. I must look for the right person. Someone who can tell me how I look. Someone who can explain to me why everyone looks like that when they do.
Well, he's clearly wearing shoes, I can guess that. Well, it looks like I made the right choice that other time. I'm happy, because I really thought I messed up when it just kicked me to the menu. There's something in my hand. It's what they left behind. What is it? It feels important. But I can no longer open my eyes. On the plus side, we're probably not getting up early tomorrow. All right, voice acting and editing, David Acosta. All right, well, hey, good job. That must have been fun to do the voicing for this. I've always kind of wanted to do something similar, but I can't emote, so it probably would just ruin the whole thing.
Open.
Okay, here we go.
Eyes.
Let's try picking the other option, though I have a feeling it's not going to matter.
I did.
Do I open my eyes? See, I hit yes. I knew I hit yes. Let's just try. I mean, it's probably just going to be the same thing.
You had your chance. It's not up to you anymore. You won't open your
I
eyes.
think this is the same.
I will.
Yep, this is the same. Okay, tell you what, I'm gonna try one more time. I'm gonna pick all the... I get the feeling that it's all gonna turn out that way, though. But it couldn't hurt to do it one more time. I mean, I've still got a little bit of time left. So let's speed up to where it happens. And we're gonna go ahead and save here. Let's just try opening up our eyes now. I open my eyes. And there's nothing there. There's nothing here. Or there. Yeah, that's what I said. That's it. So just opening up your eyes pretty much any point until that last moment is just the good ending, I guess. No. Let's just give him the word. Although then each one's gonna have its own bit of dialogue for it, so I can't just skip through. Tell you what, I'll give him all the worst traits this time, but when he asks, are you sure this is mine? Then I'll just say no each time. Like, no, I'm not sure. Let's see if that does anything new. Let's try broken.
They look broken. That may be so. I'm always training my sight to stare at what's in front of me, searching for that one precious thing. It's what drives me to look inside places, such as this. But sometimes I strain so hard, little pieces seem to fall off my face, one after another, making a cracking sound as they go. A sound like... In my desperation, I always attempt to piece them back together. I kneel and search for the missing fragments of myself, but they are never there. Maybe the wind takes them somewhere out of my reach, and that makes me sad. So sad, I put my hands where my eyes should be, and I borrow my fingers, and I take it out. I take everything out. Every little piece that remains, harder, furiously, and wallowing in sorrow. I pray to whoever's listening to give back what's mine, to not make me lose more than I've already lost. I don't want to waste my time and search for more than I care for. Yet no one delivers. No one is listening, and so I weep invisible tears until I can feel the sorrow no more. Hey, have you ever strained yourself so hard to see what you want to see?
I guess at night. You swear everything looks like a monster.
That you end up blinding yourself to all?
Not that much.
Have you?
No. I remain silent.
These eyes. Are these my eyes?
Okay, let's go ahead and save here. We'll save over that one. That one didn't do us much good. Are these my eyes? I don't know. No.
Is that so? Then, how do you think my eyes?
Oh, does it just take us back to the
Our
beginning?
gaze finally meet. What will you find? Answer me.
Okay, so it just takes me back to the beginning. Well, since we're doing this, I might as well just pick the one I haven't picked before. Lost, empty.
They look empty. That may be so.
They look like two slices of orange.
The eyes are the window to the soul. That's what someone told me long ago. They said that the soul was holy, bright, beautiful. Every person has one, both the good and the evil. But that person said I was the exception, that something like me couldn't possibly own something so holy, so bright, so beautiful. They looked inside of me, took a deep breath, and announced their conclusion with great fatigue. Their eyes that could see it all, couldn't find anything in there. I'm sure that if you were to cut me apart, not even blood would flow out, even if I felt it sometimes crawling through my veins. Maybe that's why I've never seen myself before, because I'm empty. But isn't that something to be grateful for? Because if I were to look and find nothing there, then surely I would feel disappointed. By not looking, I can ease ease myself of that pain. So maybe this is for the best. I can't remember who was the first to recite these words to me, nor the second, nor the third, nor the several others who came after. The only thing I remember is that they looked as empty as I did to them. Hey, have you ever felt so empty, so devoid of what makes everyone special, that you've embraced the void as your own?
No.
Have you?
Nope. I remain silent.
These eyes, are these my eyes?
If I say no one more time, then it'll take me back to the beginning. But I wonder, maybe if you say no 3 times in a row, it'll do something? I mean, it's worth a try, right? Worst case, I just skip forward.
Is that so? Then, how do you think my eyes look when our cases finally meet? Answer me.
Okay. So I'll pick the third option, then I'll say no one more time. If it loops back around, I'll just skip forward. But maybe there's an ending you can get if you just say no each time.
They look lost.
Okay, we already know what the lost spiel is, so I'm just gonna skip through that to the question.
Are these my eyes?
Nope.
Is that so?
Don't take me back to the first
How
choice.
do you think when our case answer?
Okay, I thought it would, be something, but it isn't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go with broken, and we'll skip
Are
forward.
these
Yes,
good answer?
sure.
Yet there is only one way to know the truth.
Maybe there's a specific combination that will give you a different ending, but I don't know.
Open,
Okay, I'm not gonna open my eyes.
so you won't look at me.
We already heard this. Okay, what do their hands look like? Let's go ahead and save, because that choice didn't do anything. What are their hands? Okay, we're gonna try deceitful.
They look deceitful.
I mean, not my idea of deceitful, but
These hands of mine tend to squirm into places I could never imagine. Be it tiny holes in the walls, housing arachnids of all sizes, or the pockets of midnight walkers strolling the parks that sometimes serve me as home. These fingers squirm in and drag out what they find.
although I just had a thought. It said something coiled around your head, right? So maybe that means that the correct answer for what his hands look like are tentacles, right? Because it doesn't make sense for regular hands to coil around someone's head. You wouldn't say that about regular hands. You would say that about something like a snake or, tentacles. Maybe I should have, if I pay attention, it'll kind of give me clues to what the right mouth and what the right eyes are. Because I'm betting the hands are correct. I don't know. Then again, maybe I'm just giving this too much credit. All right, we'll keep that in mind though.
So now I carry all sorts of trinkets with me. Keys, peeping gadgets, notes with love poems in them. The corpse of 1 or 2 insects, eventually eaten away by those who couldn't take their place. I keep everything with me, regardless of their use. But sometimes, I feel bad, because maybe it was something important. The person I took them from could be distraught. Their happiness shattered, their lives ended. So I consider maybe dropping them somewhere in the park. But what if I need them? What if the keys can one day open the door I want? What if the poems help me befriend a new partner? What if the arachnids serve me as unlikely sustenance? There are too many ifs. But I'm also too afraid to find out the truth. So I let them stay with me, slowly becoming a part of me, helping me grow. I've grown so much. I had to lower my head when entering your room. These fingers won't stop, squirming and coiling around everything they feel. And I can only hope they merely take what they need. I would be saddened if my body grew too much, because I wouldn't get to enter rooms like yours anymore. Hey, have Have you ever attempted to help yourself grow by mercilessly taking away from someone else?
No.
Have you?
Nope. I remain
These
silent.
hands. Are these my hands?
Alright, tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and say no and then read the last hand option. Then I'll swap back over here.
Is that so? Then, how do my hands look when my warmth finally meets yours? How will it feel? Answer me.
Okay, tired was the last option. Then we'll go back to deceitful.
They look tired. That may be so. These fingers of mine have touched so many things. They are always stretching forwards, reaching out for something. The tip of my fingers dance over the surfaces that I travel, and their sensations reach the core of my brain, be it the softness of the first spring flowers, or the roughness of a wall made out of rubbish, caressing, grabbing, clawing, no matter the time of day, no matter if I'm awake or asleep, as if they had a mind of their own. Even now, they clutch onto the fabric of your bed sheets. They like how these thousands of threads intertwine with each other. The rustle of fabric against fabric, of skin against skin is irresistible. They want more. They want to feel closer, to have it between them and around them, more and more and more. Sometimes, however, they can't reach as far as they'd like. That's when I lend a hand. I take over and stretch, 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 and they grow. Maybe just the length of a fingernail every time, but they grow, just so they can reach out, clutch what they want, and then throw it aside, discarded, and forgotten. That's why they are tired, because they never stop seeking, and most likely never will. Hey, have you ever stretched your fingers to grab a hold of something important, only to learn that it's been long out of your grasp?
Oof. Right on the mark.
Have you? These hands, are these my hands?
Alright, we're gonna go back to deceitful.
Is that so?
You know what? I'm gonna do incomplete one round and then I'll just skip through it.
They look. Are these?
Okay, here we go. We're gonna save. Because now we've done each one and we're rounding back to deceitful.
They look.
Yeah.
Deceitful. Are these?
Yep.
A good answer.
Uh-huh.
Yet, there is only one way to
Okay,
know the
I know.
truth.
You want me to look? No.
So you won't look at me.
Okay, last round of choices here. So I'm gonna go with surprised grimace, and just because it was the one I did last time, and then I'll say no and circle back around.
Surprised? Is this?
No.
Is that so? Then, what does my expression look like when that veil of uncertainty finally disappears? What will we convey to each other? Answer me.
Just save real quick. Okay. Let's see. Let's try the cheerful smile. I almost picked that one last time anyway.
A cheerful smile. That may be so. It would only make sense for the end of this journey to bring me joy. It has been so long. I can no longer remember where it all began. But who's to say it had a beginning? Maybe the starting point is that faint memory. The earliest one I can recall. I was walking and for some reason, it was daytime. I rarely travel during the daytime, only when the fear of being seen isn't there. So I must have believed that was the case. But it's strange, since the place I was walking through was a city, one full of people. I couldn't see them, but I knew they were there, hiding in the shadows, with their backs against the dirt, completely motionless, completely silent, living in wait of their deaths. And what's more, none dared to look at me. Did they even know I was there? Maybe they did not care. All I remember is feeling a certain kinship towards the hidden inhabitants of that settlement. They were like me, living in fear of what others might think. And who's to say I wasn't one of them? Maybe I spent my days as part of the scenery as well. And one day I decided to go for a walk. A walk that hasn't yet found its end. It's my earliest memory, and my most joyful one. No experience afterwards had made me want to smile more than that. So if you say I am smiling, then surely that's how it must be. But tonight, I'm not joyful. So if my expression is truly one of cheer, then I must be lying through my smiling teeth. Hey, have you ever expressed honest happiness in your face, when in reality, you're feeling anything but?
Well, that's pretty common.
Have you? This expression, is this my expression?
Alright, got a good piece of lore there for this guy. I'm gonna save and then we'll see the final one. We've pretty much, I think, done everything in this game so far, except for that last dialogue choice.
Is that so? Then, what does my expression when that relevant answer?
Okay, so the last one is emotionless.
An emotionless stare. That may be so. Expressions are difficult. They require one's face to contort in many different ways. I am not capable of that. Everything about me is stiff. From the way I walk, to the way I talk, to the way I feel. It is something I noticed long ago. I may hurt and I may grow, but I do not change. Not in the way other people do. People interact with each other. They form connections. They experience thrills. A person becomes someone different with each passing second, turning old and perishing. However, I don't think I'm capable of any of those things. My journey began long ago, longer than any person has ever journeyed. And in my life, I have seen others born and die, born and die. A person's existence is so fleeting, and yet so many things happen to them, so many worthwhile memories. It is something I lack, were I to write a book. I could not fill a single page. It's not for the lack of memories, but rather because these memories mean nothing to me, save for a minuscule number. They are all the same, blending with each other into a mottled gray, lacking the meaning people often give to that which they care about. Perhaps if someone else had lived what I had, they would see meaning. They would treasure it. But I cannot, no matter how I try. I can't see any worth in what I do, and by extension, in what I am. I want for someone to tell me how I look, yet I don't see that as important. No one but me would care, so why should I care? But that doesn't mean I have never felt. I feel things, joy, sorrow, fear. I am always feeling, and right now, is, emotionless, that it shows nothing. And if you say so, it must be true. But soon you will see something, because what I'm feeling is not nothing. Hey, have you ever masked yourself with indifference, only to hide the overwhelming emotions hiding beneath? Have you?
Oh, he really asks the cutting questions, doesn't he?
This expression. Is this my expression?
That was a good one there. I feel like that was probably closer to his true expression than the smile was. But I will say no, and then we'll circle back around, skipping through everything.
Is that so?
Okay, so we've done... Did we do the surprise grimace? I don't know. We're gonna skip through it. Okay, then we've already done the smile. We'll do the emotionless stare, and then we'll see where this gets us. Watch it just be the same ending no matter what.
Is this my expression?
Yes.
I see.
Do you open your eyes? Let's try... Okay, we'll save, and I bet it's just gonna kick us to the menu. Okay, yeah, sure enough. No.
I didn't want to be...
Okay, so it's letting me skip through these, and the thing about, I believe the engine here is called Ren'Py, and I'm a little bit familiar with it. It doesn't allow you to skip dialogue you haven't seen before, so if you're holding down control and you hit a patch of line that you haven't seen before, it won't let you skip past it, so the fact that it's just letting me blow through means that it's all the same. Okay, so that was the same.
No, I did.
Okay, and then yes, it's the same. Okay, so I think we're just about done. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut forward because I have a sneaky suspicion maybe there's a right combination to like a hidden ending. Because so far the only endings in this game are open your eyes, nothing there. Don't open your eyes, you dead. So I'll cut to it if I find something. If not, then I'll take us back to the developer page and just give my final thoughts. Alright, see you then. Okay. Alright, so I did go ahead and run through the game a few more times on loop, trying different things. It doesn't appear that there's a third ending, and looking through the comments it looks like that's pretty much what other people have experienced as well. But that's okay, we went ahead and gave it our best shot. Alright, so the game is concluded, and hey, that was pretty good for a free horror game. I did like the customizable monster thing. The voice acting really brought it to a new level. I don't think it would have been anywhere near as good if it didn't have just spot-on voice acting, so that was very cool. It's kind of funny that one of the major themes in the game was, you know, being afraid of being judged, of being perceived to be something you're not. Incidentally, I think that's a large reason for why I really kind of stopped uploading a lot of Let's Plays. I just kind of felt like everything I produced was garbage. My voice was garbage, personality garbage, and I don't know. Every time I went to the editing stage and I just looked at what I had, I just hated it. So I think I just trashed a third of everything I've ever recorded. And I think that's also kind of why I took so long to monetize anything, and why, you know, to this day I still don't have a Patreon. It's just I don't feel that it's worth any kind of money, which means I guess the perception of what I was doing here is that it was worthless. So, I don't know, just kind of hearing some of the things, I don't know, he didn't even get a name. The nameless thing, some of the points he brought up just kind of made me think about that a little bit. I don't know, it's a little bit better now because at least the audio quality has improved with a better microphone, but no matter what you buy, you know, you still kind of have yourself, and if you don't feel better about yourself, it doesn't matter what kind of equipment you have. So that's, you know, probably something I have to work on internally. But that's just kind of where I am here. pushing to get better, so that's always a step in the right direction, right? This turned into a longer playthrough than I had expected, but, that's because I went ahead and pursued each option. Oh well, if you stuck with me up until this point, I do want to thank you for that, and I hope you're not living in fear of being judged like this guy was. You are worth something, I promise, and I will see you in the next episode. See ya.